The graph below shows how the levels of various hormones change over the course of the 28 days of a menstrual cycle. Describe the pattern shown in the levels of LH, luteinizing hormone, and FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, and explain these in terms of the changes observed in the egg. 4 marks. So as you can see, this is quite a complicated graph. Not only does it track the levels of LH and FSH in the blood, we would assume, across the menstrual cycle, it also looks at estrogen and progesterone. However, the question tells you just need to look at LH and FSH, so that simplifies it quite a lot. We start by looking at FSH, we're looking at the green parts of the graph. We can see that it gradually increases from day 1 to around 6. Then it sort of plateaus a bit. Then there's a big peak at day 14, and then again it plateaus before gradually increasing in the 20 days, so between like day 20 and day 28. So you can say anything to do with that, the fact that it's sort of a gradual increase, and if you look, the FSH levels are relatively stable in comparison to all the other hormones. There's not much change overall in comparison to the other hormones. You then need to say what FSH is for. So FSH, it plays a role in the menstrual cycle by allowing the egg to mature in the ovary, a process known as maturation. So FSH controls the maturation of the egg in the ovary. So it's gradually getting it to mature for the first few days, and then it settles down, and then there's a spike as it gets ready to be released at day 14, ovulation, and then again the new egg will begin to mature over the following days. Then looking at LH, there's a much more clear pattern. There's this sharp peak around ovulation, so it starts at around day 11 and ends at around day 17, peaking at day 14. And the rest of the time, the levels of LH are very, very low. So there's a very dramatic pattern with LH. LH is responsible for the release of the egg from the ovary, or ovulation, which is the process. So LH is important. To get the 4 marks, you just need to say what FSH and LH do, so that will get you 2 marks, and then you just need to say something about the pattern. Because the graph's quite complicated, you can get away with saying something quite vague, really, and still get the marks. So long as you're saying that LH, increases very sharply at day 14 and dramatically, whereas FSH has got sort of more of a gradual increase, then you'll be getting those 4 marks.